Well, what's going on, Blues Nation? Man, and another game, and another tough loss, and once again, another game where we blow a 2 goal lead as had a lot of chances in this game. We end up losing 6-5 in a shootout to the Philadelphia Flyers, and yeah, man, it's just disappointing for sure. You put up 5 goals, you have a pretty good chance of winning, and we, in fact, twice had a 2 goal lead and twice blew it. So, just very disappointing. And I mean, I know it's still early in the season, but this really has been our problem for the first month of the season. Is not hanging on to leads. I mean, we did the other night, but we again almost blew that one. And yeah, it's just disappointing. But it is a long season, but just can't have this happen all season long. So we would take a early 1-0 lead. Just a minute 19 into the game, Jordan Kyrou with his 6th goal of the season, unassisted goal, to put us up 1-0. So that was an outstanding start. Flyers then come back to tie it up 1-1, 8:18 mark of the first, goal scored by Trevor Zegras, his 5th of the year. And then less than 2 minutes later, we would go back on top, 2-1, goal scored by Jimmy Snuggerud, his 5th of the year, the assist by Robert Thomas. Then at the 6:54 mark of the second, Justin Falk with his 4th of the season, the assist there by Cam Fowler and Oscar Sundqvist. And that assist by Fowler was a milestone point, 500 career points for Cam Fowler, the veteran defenseman, in his first full season with the Blues, longtime member of the Anaheim Ducks. It was right before Christmas last year when we acquired him in a surprise mid-season trade. And yeah, so 500 points for Cam Fowler. Had 40 points last year, and almost all of them were with the Blues. So, nice moment there for Fowler. So that would put us up 3-1. The Flyers would then get 2 goals. Game time goal by Trevor Zegras, his 2nd of the game, to tie it up 3-3. So it'd be tied heading into the third, but not for long. Just 40 seconds into the third, Dylan Holloway with this 5th goal of the season to put us up 4-3. And then at the 4:56 mark, Robert Thomas with his 3rd of the season to put us up 5-3. So was hoping we could hang on to this 2-goal lead. The Flyers cut the lead to 5-4, 7:53 mark, and then at the 10:29 mark, they would tie it up 5-5. Goal scored by Owen Tippett, his 6th. So that would tie it up 5-5. So I was thinking, man, another game where we blow a 2-goal lead. I don't know how this keeps happening. And it's a Flyers team that's played their last 2 games in overtime. They only have 1 win in regulation in their past 5 games. So they've played in overtime quite a bit this season already. And Blues have lost 3 times in overtime this season, and so I was hoping it would go better than their last game in overtime, which was just last Saturday against Seattle. We won the face-off in overtime, so that was great. As in our game last week against Seattle in overtime, they had the puck the entire overtime and eventually won the game. And well, the Flyers had a chance to win in overtime. A penalty on Pavel Buchnevich on a breakaway on Trevor Zegras. So a penalty shot by Zegras trying to go for the win, and his shot was saved by Binnington. So what is job there by Binnington, keeping up the game alive. And Bennington again had some great saves in the overtime. We had a chance actually, the very end of the overtime. Jordan Kyrou had a shot that was off the post. Though even if it would have gone in, I don't think it would have counted because it would have been after the buzzer. So, also another frustrating thing about this game was in overtime, there was somewhat of a missed slashing penalty on the Flyers that was missed. So, really wish that was not missed and would have been called because it would have been on the power play and would have had a great chance of winning it. So then in the shootout, Robert Thomas was first up and his shot would be saved. Then Trevor Zegras would then get would redeem himself with a goal in the shootout. And then Snuggerud was next up and he shot was saved by Flyers goalie Samuel Ersson. Bennington would then save the next Flyer shooter, but we had to have a goal for us to keep the game going, and unfortunately Dylan Holloway's shot was missed. So, yeah, it's very frustrating. This is our fourth loss in overtime. We were 0 for 4 in overtime. So, but goal and assist from Thomas, Snuggerud, and Kyrou, they all have been playing very well lately. So, and Jimmy Snuggerud, a 4-game point streak for the youngster. He's been outstanding so far this season. And, yeah, I mean, Bennington came up with some huge saves. I mean, if it wasn't for him, we could have lost this game. Trevor Zegras had 7 shots on goal. And he's been having an outstanding season so far. So, but man, so just really, really wish we would have won this game, obviously. And schedule doesn't get any easier. We'll be back in action again tomorrow night when we face the Vegas Golden Knights at home, one of the premier teams in the league. So, but we'll see what happens then. So, I assume it'll be Joel Hofer getting starting goal with Bennington starting tonight. So, he had a shutout, Hofer did, his last time out against Buffalo. So till then, Connor saying go Blues.